sitting on it, 3 points behind Australia. But then we still even have Team Neutral. It's right there. That could be pretty back and forth. I actually really enjoyed Malaysia, India, and United Kingdom all yesterday, but the points did not reflect a decent performance.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point in Neutral, of course, because we actually didn't get to talk that much about them, considering how strong a roster that is and should be. But in this fight, Finland's kind of lurking on the wings of this fight and maybe looking to clean it up as time goes on. But we move back over to Chinese Taipei, who's trying to deal with India breaching on this position.
Yeah, India didn't have too many other options. They just had to make landfall on top of it. Translucent is going to go down. Chinese Taipei is the defender in this position, as we did see India just make the crash in. No third or fourth party happening just yet, but it does look like Vex has at least taken a couple of shots over at SnipePaul, force India back over onto the other side of this. So India's got to be forced on angle of approach right here, but Canada's going to be back behind him, and Savior spots out SnipePaul.
Yeah, not bad at all. Let's see if we can get done here. Once again, needs to reload, get this good to go here and fight this down. SnipePaul down with this means that now, the problem is that technically there's a world where somebody just gets knocked to red zone as well. So they're really kind of hugging some of these buildings at the moment, just knowing that they need to be inside to phase 3 as well, compared to just into phase 2. So technically speaking, with Great Britain having yet another red zone on them, like the Blitz down here, they're gonna have to get into some cover, make sure they don't get knocked on like a solo position.
Hey, how good is the bounce on the nade? The angle goes a little bit far. Does it get the knock? Chinese Taipei playing aggressive. They've got the shotties in hand, want to go after it. We also do have the Philippines that's kind of watching what's going on over here, but now they're going to have Finland that rolls up on top of them, so a lot of danger in this area. Rolls right up, and that is going to be some great shots. More points stacking up for the Philippines.
Man, they're firing on all cylinders right now, as much as they don't have themselves that fourth member online and good to go here. CJ, though, cleans up a lot of what Finland wants. And India in this compound, and if you can hear a siren in the background of mine, it's not the red zone, it's just a fire station close by. Oh, and it's gonna need a fire station to come out to be able to save some of this. Panzerfaust goes out against Ryzen there, and Zeno does go down.
Yeah, it is just now Ryzen, the only one up as Finland gets eliminated at range. Philippines hear this, they want to get involved. Oh, they catch a bad bounce on the vehicle coming in. Can they keep their players up and alive? One does go down, but Chinese Taipei has had to shift their attention over. That kind of contains a 1v1 on the India side with Ryzen.
Oh, what a disaster that bounce was. If that hadn't happened, suddenly you're way quicker hitting this compound. So now Chinese Taipei, though.
Denmark, but Denmark does have some high ground that can make that a lot more dangerous. Philippines now firmly pushing into the buildings. Got to be careful as Chinese Taipei starting to try to right up, get all of their reses going. Ryzen holding the stairwell, does get the knock on to one. Let's go for the flush. Any point matters, but that's going to cost him the follow-up. He is going to go down.
Down and out now. Japan are crashing India. Translucent's going to find that first knock, giving India a bit of an advantage, but Fevin jumps across the side. Goni's traded back though, and now there's 2 players up for one team, and Fevin's the last player standing out for the other. Unforgiven's low, but this is Japan. This is a big play from them.
Look at Chinese Taipei, they're coming in as well. They want the third party. We want the points as well. India down for 2, needs to get med back on. Japan trying to close their way in. As Chinese Taipei is where their car's about to breach on over.
Yes, you've got Goni is down. It really leaves Fevin as the last player up, and India's Unforgiven and Ryzen want to deal with them quicker rather than later. Nice. Zeno stealing those kills away from Japan, or from India at this point in time, as Fevin's just going to smoke off and pick up the shotty.
Teams moving, which is good to see. And actually for Team UK, they wanted to try and get in the cars and also play a fair party, but unable to do so.
Yeah, shotgun now for Fevin, though. A couple of good shots could cause some problems, but he misses it. Unforgiven, and India jump up to 2 kills, and they'll now just stay above Canada at this point in time. But Chinese Taipei surely look to make the push. And actually, UK thought about third party, Mark, but I think that circle shift might see them go back towards T-Bone.
They were in the car.
Runax, as he rotates on by, as Japan just getting torn apart. They waited so long to make that crossing, and it's not worked for them. India and Neutral as well, Mark. They're going head to head here on the south.
Yeah, and Great Britain, they got eyes on. India click dry. That's the ridge line. Forgiven a little bit further afield though. It's Neutral will hold the line, but Doozy looking to reposition, find safety, because the third party shots coming in from the compound is huge and it's disrupting Team Neutral.
Yeah, Levante's just going to hit that reverse to get back, but Michael's going to catch him from long range. Down falls Levante, and T-Bone will clean that one up. So neutral, they're down one player for now as well, as UK hold a great compound in the circle, as do Norway, Mark, but there's way too little real estate now for all these teams that are standing.
Yeah, it's up to Team UK to try and defend off any sort of push coming from Canada, and for Team Neutral, we
still alive alongside Capitan, going for the res now on the Pipa to get back up to 3 players standing. But you look at the traffic: Australia, India, Ukraine, Chinese Taipei, Malaysia, all convalescing on this point.
I like Finland's position as well. They're coming in that northeast corner as well, so they're going to apply some pressure. Capitan now launches forward though. Molly comes through, gets connection, nearly missed Shin. He's there. He exchanges out, and he looks for that confirmation. Unable to do so. Flash comes through. Has to get the reload. Does get caught in the flash. There goes the flush. That will come through, and it's a head-to-head. And Shin stands up, but he gets put down.
Yeah, this is big now for Pipa. Batu and Aduzi send it in towards Pipa, and Batu, I think this rock, this dip, is just something he can play for now.
Yeah, actually really lucky for him that the supposed to smokes from Pipa kept him alive. Unforgiven finds Batulin's Ferris, jumps out, and for Team Neutral, there's a collection, and a lot of the other teams are collecting those points as India and Norway put more points on the board.
Yeah, Neutral 33 points down and out in this map, and no fires of both players try to get it done, and Defex is the one that's going to win the battle. Chinese Taipei, Michael dropping that nade right on top of him. Up Chen needs to be careful as he takes